Good morrow, everyone, and welcome to the stream. I am Pastor CJ Kent, and this is EVE Online. As soon as we get it actually going here, we always seem to have this thing where it's like black at first, and then it pops up in a couple seconds, but I'm just going to go ahead. There it is. Knew it was coming, so I was just going to go ahead and go. Today we're doing some wormhole exploration, kind of getting back into the swing of things. Hopefully everyone had an excellent Christmas, if you're a Christmas celebrator, or an excellent whatever holiday you celebrate during this time of year. If you are not so much of a Christmas person. We did take the day off yesterday from streaming, so that was a break in our typical schedule, but we are back and ready to get back at it. And I actually have... I got the 14 days of Omega, that was several days ago, but we have Omega currently, so we actually get to go out with a cloaking device. So that's always a treat when we get a chance to do that. So without further ado, let's get moving. Because, we're not making any money sitting here in the station. And we're going to try and see how much we can get. There is one signature in system. So let's hop on up to our deep safe, and we'll see about setting up the scan at the very least as we're flying up that way. Maybe we can even initiate it before we get there. My mouse skills, what they are tonight, maybe not. There we go. Okay, got it into a dot, which is great. That helps us get this scan down. You guys know the trick, the old 4-1 scanning method just helps you do things just that little bit faster. So I've always found that that's very helpful since I've been doing it. Data site. So we don't so much care about data sites, and not in high sec anyway. So let's move on to the next system. I was really hoping that would be a wormhole. It's been so long since we've had a wormhole in system, right from the get-go. That's okay, we'll find one. Always seem to. Sometimes it takes a minute, so I guess we'll see what's out here for us. I know technically you can check the agency and find systems with cosmic signatures around you. For these first two, at least, that's kind of pointless, because like we start off in a dead-end system, and if there's nothing there, then there's only one other system we can go to. So if it has a cosmic signature or not, that's the way we have to go. It looks like it does, though. Yeah, got the probes out. Let's center it up here, I guess. It's a decent distance away from much of anything, it looks like. Okay, we have a relic site. That's like relic sites, not what we're looking for. So let's continue on to the next system. I do still have my daily goal to scan 5 signatures. So I guess I could finish scanning these things to get that to go through, but I'm sure by the end of the night we will have successfully scanned down at least 5 signatures, if not more. And if not, that's going to be a rough night for us, which hopefully is not the case. But yeah, that's still on the board for us to accomplish. I think that's a very easy goal to hit there. Got one signature in this system, so let's head on to the safe, get the probes out, and see what it's got for us. Center up here, because it seems to be where the signature is at. Okay, good enough. Wow, that's... When you zoom in, it's not quite centered, but that's okay. This is just our broad scan, so this should be fine. Yeah, got it. Moving for our more detailed 1 AU scan. Still not perfectly centered, but you know, that's okay. It's not doesn't have to be perfect, thankfully. There's a little wiggle room in there. And it's a combat site. Okay. Good at finding those. It's something we found out last stream. So let's jump back and check out another system. Yeah, the last time we did the exploration, we just found literally like probably the first 5 or 6 systems we went into. Every signature in each system, if it had any at all, was just combat sites. It was wild. Then we found a nice wormhole to explore and finished off the night there. But yeah, for a while there, I was really questioning whether it was going to be just all combat sites the whole time. So hopefully tonight goes a little bit better in the wormhole finding category than that did, but yeah, not off to a great start here. That said, we're only 3 systems deep. So yeah, I think we'll be okay. Very cold in here. We have 3 signatures, looks like. So let's hop on over to the safe, map those probes, and get our system map out. Alright, let's drag these down here. And I guess we'll center up on this. Good a place to start as any. And let's hit that 4 AU scan and see what we get. I'm hoping it'll hit this one and this one and get them both the dot up. Oh, there's a weak volatile ice storm here. I honestly forgot that Winter Nexus was even going on, because we finished it probably at least a week ago. So yeah, I just haven't even thought about it, but apparently this system is on the edge of one of the storms right now. So that's cool. Hopefully these are not all data sites. As difficult as this one is being to scan down, it probably is one of the data sites for the event. As I recall, they were just a little bit tough to get hold of. And it's just being super difficult right now, so... Okay. Try that half AU scan again. Just need it to identify, so I know it's not a wormhole and I can move on. That's it. Come on. Literally gonna make me go to the quarter AU scan just to identify it. That's messed up. Come on, give me something here. Yeah, it's a an event data site. Thank you for that. So I guess that at least gets one of our scan something down completely things. So 4 of those to go. Let's start with 1. What are you? Hopefully a wormhole. I know when they have these ice storms going on, a lot of these end up being data sites. But when I was doing the event, I did find my fair share of wormholes while I was doing it too, so never know. I think it's unfortunate that the event didn't include JSpace as part of the place where the event sites would spawn. Kinda sucks, but yeah, here's what it is. Okay, you're a data site, so not too worried about you. Center up on this and find out what this third signature is all about. Yeah, just need to ID them, so thankfully that took care of that pretty much right away. Alright, we've got our dot as expected. We'll do our 1 AU scan and see how that goes. So when I was talking about potentially getting Omega, and especially when I was considering like a more long-term version of it, like a 30-day or potentially even longer, I was kind of discussing exactly what I wanted to do with it. And I think like the industry side of things is mostly where I'm leaning. Yeah, so these are all data sites. Nothing for us here. Leave those for someone who is still doing the event. But yeah, and one of the big parts of that is going to be the planetary industry. So right now I have skills training to help me do more of that than I am currently doing. I do have some places set up in HiSec, and I'm just using that as like a little bit of extra income in the background. But it's certainly not like to the level I would like it to ultimately be at. So that's what the skill training is for. Hopefully I can get that high enough and that I can kind of get that all set up without taking too long to get to it all. A lot of like moving pieces and parts that go into getting that all where I would like it to be, though. So I don't know if 14 days is going to be enough to get us all the way to the mark on that. Ooh, 3 signatures here and no ice storm, so could be something we're looking for. But anyway, part of my plans includes getting transport ships into wormholes. So I figured a blockade runner would make a lot of sense for that. And I'm working on training the skills to not just pilot it, because technically I have the skills to pilot one right now. But really like kind of make full use of it. Because like I'll need the cargo space boosts and from the hauler and transport skills, or just hauler. I think for blockade runners, transport skills do something else, make it like more maneuverable or what have you. No, still need the 4 AU, right? Or is it 2? Can I do 2? I think 2 is too small. it shows that it fits, but I think 2 is ultimately too small, so we'll do another 480 right on top of it. But yeah, in order to do, like, I want to do PI in wormholes. So I'm still looking for one to set up in. So that is an ongoing thing, and as we do the stream, we'll be looking at planets and seeing if any of those qualify. If any of the systems would suit our needs, as it were. And obviously the transport skills help us get stuff in and out of the system with a little more security than just like a normal hauler would grant us. All right, so where is the last signature? It says there's 3 here. Ah, I literally was looking right at it and I'm like, where is it? I don't know. Okay, so there's that set up. Yeah, that's way off. So probably this one. Yeah, so that's what's training right now. Is all the skills necessary for that. Ooh, it's a wormhole. Perfect. I was hoping. And there it is. Obviously, there's still some PI skills to train, because I can't do all 6 planets, and I don't have the full power grid and CPU that you can squeeze out of a single command center. Alright, we've got that locked down. Let's go take a gander at this and see what we're looking at here. And yeah, so once that's all set up, we'll have a way to get a decent amount of pretty high level PI stuff. And then that's like the first piece of our industry puzzle. Unknown parts of space has at least 4 hours. Looks like it leads to a C1. Okay. So let's go ahead and enter and see what we've got in there. Exciting. And then after that, obviously, we'll be looking at what we can use. Well, I guess technically we'll be looking at what we can use the PI products for beforehand. But then we'll start, once that's all set up, we'll start looking into the other pieces of the industry that tie into that and what all we will want to manufacture using all of those products. So let's save our exit as we do. In default for 2 days, that is all good. All right, so let's hop into the map here. And let's look to within 100 and cloak up while we do so. And get ready to make ourselves safe. Okay, so this isn't a giant system, but it's decent size. Seems like there's quite a few planets actually, which is good for us. We do like to have a couple options. What am I staring at here? A Poco? Yes, it is. Okay. Still nothing on the scanners. So let's warp on over to our safe. And we'll edit our location information while we do so. And we'll move that into safes and cancel the expiration. Perfecto. Okay, so now we can drop the cloak, put out our probes. And we can start, while I wait for the reactivation delay to finish up. Let's actually center up on the planet we first went to and start scanning there. Because weirdly, all of the signatures are clustered on the outer skirts of the system instead of like up in the center like normal. Looks like we're good to reactivate covert ops. So there we go. Alright, so we have a relic site. That's going to be the first thing that we finish scanning down because it's closest to done. So yeah, that's kind of where the plans and stuff are at currently. Alright, so let's pull probes in, and let's warp over to our relic site. And we can close that and get ready to add our location. It'll be in default, not safes, and it'll be for 3 hours. I think I may have missed the window on that, honestly. Yeah, so we can remove that. Did not get to it fast enough, so let's head back to our safe.
Drive active.
Alright, and we'll try that, I'll try that warp in again, see if we can't get the perch correct this time. Thankfully we have the cloak going, so nobody saw it. Alright. So let's warp to 0. And close that. Get ready to add the perch. Alright, and let's, now that it's set for default and all that, let's watch our distance. If we can't hit it a little sooner than like 700 kilometers. There we go, 4,000 should do. And obviously no way is it going to actually like be at 4,000, but perfect.
Drive active.
Let's go ahead and deactivate the cloak. Because we need to target the cans and we can't do that while we're cloaked and the whole thing.
Drive active.
And that is why we still have the auto-targeting array. So that we can get a little bit of an auditory warning in case someone comes along and starts to target us while we're doing our hacking. Okay. And there we go. First hack successful. Nothing. Love that. Oh, these cans are so trolly. This is exactly how we started off last time too. Our first can had nothing in it. And in fact, it wasn't the only can in that site to have absolutely nothing either. But it was nice to get the practice, so we're happy for that. Plus, I'm sure the majority of the rest of these will in fact have some stuff in them. There we go. Okay, so not up there. There we go. Got some stuff. Good. Off to the perch. Alright. Yeah, not too bad of a start, honestly. Okay, let's get into the next one. Getting back into the rhythms here. Been a minute since we've done the the wormhole exploration about a week or so, honestly. So you get a little rusty. Yeah, with the holidays, I've really just been like logging in and doing the dailies and stuff, and that's pretty much been it. So papos. Oh, these are even worse. So we can do that. And we'll take that. I guess it's not there. Pretty much thoroughly fleshed out that corner. Cool. So might be right here, but not so much. Okay, well, worth a shot, right? Had to go and check. I have a feeling it's in this corner. Cool, but I'm gonna need a little help to finish it off. Anybody have anything for me? No, looks like it's just these dots, so let's... Alright, I think that'll have us good. Whew. Alright, lucked out on that one.
Drive active.
Gonna have to put some training time into the hacking and archaeology skills as well. Help make those hacks just that much easier.
Drive active.
Because this is still our main method of acquiring ISK in the game right now. I do look for that to potentially change eventually. But yeah, right now this is pretty much it. Okay. Okay, not that one. I will need that, yes, thank you. Looks like that's got it. Put that in the loot and hop on over to the perch.
Drive active.
Got just 2 loot cans left in the site.
Drive active.
Okay. Kind of a weird one. And that's what this is for. Okay, not down in this corner, as it happens. It is in this corner, weirdly enough. And I'm going to need just a touch of help to actually take that out. But we won't find it going that direction, apparently. Okay. Cool. Super cool. Anything that can help me is now buried behind firewalls and stuff. That's awesome. So we're gonna have to take another crack at this, looks like. That's okay. It's okay. There we go. Off to the perch.
Warp drive active.
And just one can left.
Warp drive active.
Alright, let's see what this one's got for us. Okay. Yep, that's all it took. Just had to find it. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Alright, off to the safe.
Warp drive
So,
active.
yeah, having that fat can there at the very end makes having absolutely nothing in the first one totally worth it. That was a good one. Let's launch these, cloak back up, and continue our scanning efforts. So far, Wormhole's nice and quiet, so I'm a fan of that. Definitely a fan of that. Ooh, another relic site. That's great. Okay, we've officially scanned down stuff. It's forgotten, so that doesn't help us. But we can slide over here and start tackling this guy. What is this, 4? Nope, need the full 8, looks like. I was hoping this one was attached to this, but it looks like it's attached to this. And nope, it is attached to this, so for whatever reason the 4AU scan didn't hit it at all. Weirdly. Don't ask me why. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It does typically save time though. Especially when you have multiple signatures kind of clustered in an area. Ooh, another wormhole. That'll give us some options for where to go from here. Let's finish scanning that down. We do appreciate having extra options. Because we like to get our wormhole chains going. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. Last stream we had a chain of all 2 wormholes. Okay. Well, let's start over here then. That with the 4AU, see what we end up with. Now, some of these might be attached to this instead of this, but I guess we'll see. Okay, so one of them is a gas site. We're going to finish scanning that just in case this is the super short wormhole chain again. So we can top it off with some gas mining. Is always good. Do like to do a bit of gas mining. I know it's not the most entertaining thing to watch all the time, but I do enjoy it. Okay, so the rest of these must be centered on this planet instead. Let's see if we can get that oriented here. Yeah, so if anyone wants to share what they did for the holiday, I'd be happy to hear it. My wife and I mostly hung out at home, and then a little bit later in the evening we went to a friend's house and played some code names with some of our friends from church. If you haven't heard of that game, it's a lot of fun. It's like a party game, but not like Cranium or any of those kind of things, which I'm honestly not a huge fan of. It's kind of like a modern twist on charades. What kind is this? Central. Good. That is worth pursuing. But yeah, it's definitely a lot of fun. And if you haven't checked it out before, you should. Requires at least 4 players, so plan accordingly. Okay, let's get our probes in and head on down to this. Get ready to do our perch. That's the big thing here. Oh, it's gonna be, the perch is gonna be named V because that's just how it's gonna be today. I went to do a D-scan and named my thing because it was highlighted. Gotta love that. There we go. Okay, so let's head back to the perch. It does work. That's fantastic. And there's a few mainframes and stuff to exploit here, so that is wunderbar. Yeah, other than that, Christmas was pretty chill. That's going to deactivate my cloak, and then I'm going to have a minute before I can actually target. Yeah. I forgot to turn it off. I'm not used to having cloak, so I quite frequently forget to turn it off. Something I'll have to get used to. Just for the sake of checking. Wow, it's right there. I did not expect that. I really expected it to be all the way on the other side, but I was like, you know what? I feel like I should just look, and good thing I did. So, up back to the perch. First hack was successful.
Warp drive active.
Grab that. Okay. Not there, apparently. Let's hop over this direction. is in fact there. So let's do this. Get some more safe spots and kill it. Probably didn't need to do all that, but it's fun, so why not? Alright, really getting some of the high-tech stuff tonight, which is fantastic. I have been slowly collecting it for quite some time, so that I can use some of those ligature and zeugma blueprints that we have found in the past. And yeah, we're still not even collected up to the point where we can do even a single ligature, let alone a zeugma. Just twice as many of each one. But one of these days, right? One of these days we will manufacture those and probably sell them, because I really don't use them. Oh my gosh, okay. Let's go a different route. Alright, let's go this way. Okay. Alright. So I do need a little help. Hopefully this, yep, that screwed me. No, I need a lot of help. Okay. You will be most helpful. What about you? Not so much. Yeah. I had a feeling that was going to go poorly. Okay. Take that. There we go. That's a little bit better.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Yeah. Probably not there then. Take that. Try heading over this direction. Man, those things suck. All right, let's do this. Bit of a rough one, fortunately. And we have 2 cans left. So let's do us a bit of bird hunting.
Warp drive active.
Grab that. That'll do. Okay. Not a bad haul from that one. Just one loot can remaining. I'll pop back out to the perch here and then head in and grab it.
Warp drive active.
This is the comm tower. Typically not like the most fantastic loot from these, so not anticipating a whole heck of a lot. But you never know. Let's try this direction. Go ahead and repair. There we go. Got it. Hey, high-tech manufacturing tools. I will take it. Alright, back to the safe. Get rid of our perch.
Warp drive active.
And we can actually... Didn't get to it fast enough, but I did try to dump the probes right there. That's okay. Alright, now... Kinda looks like... This one is all that's left over here. We scanned both planets and still did not get this one, so... I guess we'll just hit it with the full thing and see what that gets us. Now, technically, you can also scan at 16 AU. But really, unless you're combat probing a system and just trying to throw a wide net and see who's out there, I haven't found much reason to go quite that broad. And I don't know if a 1 AU is going to be enough, but we'll see. It'd be convenient to not have to do the 2 AU. I think this may not be broad enough. Oh, no, I got it. Let's drop it to a half AU and finish this guy off. Another wormhole, so forwarding options, always good. Alright, got that locked, and now back over to here. Oh, this is actually an occupied system. Member of Nest Collective. Okay, so we actually need to edit our safe stuff. I'll usually go ahead and note any occupying corporations. And I've literally already forgotten their name. Big ops. Alright, so let's update that. Cool. And now let's continue with what we were doing. Alright, so it appears we are centered up on that right now. And one of these is our exit wormhole, so not too worried about nailing that one down. It might accidentally do it right here. So the two we want are KEG and SHE. Alright, we have another gas site. So let's, like I said, finish that guy off. Just in case we end up not taking either of the forwardings, or if they don't go very far into a chain, then we can do a spot of gas mining in this wormhole. It doesn't look like the Occupying Corporation is currently active. Now, whether that's because they just have abandoned the area, or if it's because they're just not online right now, couldn't tell you. And while we're here, cloaked up and all, let's actually take a look at the planets. We have an ice, we have a gas, we have a temperate. Those are hard to find in wormholes for some reason, actually. A barren, another gas, another temperate, another barren, another temperate, an oceanic, and another oceanic. Okay, so this wormhole is unfortunately not a candidate for my purposes. Missing a key planet type, but that's okay. So now on to the wormhole evaluation part of this. See where these go, and if they have enough time left on them to be worth risking a dive through. Alright, what you got for me? Show info. It goes to J space. And beginning to decay and probably won't last another day. Stability is good. And since this is a C1, all of the things are going to say up to medium-sized ships. So that's not going to really tell us what's on the other side. Could be a C1, could be a C2, could be a C3, because unknown parts of space. But yeah, because we're in a medium-sized hole, all of these are going to say that no matter what. Okay, so that one is a potential option. Seems to have what we need. And let's take a look at this other one and see what that's got for us as well. Well, this one's just way away from the other one. Okay, leads into unknown parts of space is beginning to decay and probably won't last another day. Stability's good and medium size. So, yeah, both of these are valid options. Let's go ahead and pop through the first one and see what that leads us to. Alright, let's go ahead and enter. Okay, we've got a class 2 pulsar system. Only 3 signatures in this system, which typically means someone has been here already, and oftentimes means occupied system. Just the planet? Okay. cool. Okay, not occupied, but would very much guess that someone's already been here. So I'm not going to waste our time. Let's just hop back through, and we'll hit up the other wormhole. Because most likely, well, one of those is the wormhole we just entered through, and the other two are probably also wormholes. So let's warp to 0 on that. Keep our cloak active while we do so. Let's go ahead and enter. It'll take a second to fly over, so let's get a drink while we go. Yep, that would deactivate the cloak. That's okay. Alright, this one's more promising. Definitely a couple signatures here, so let's go ahead and save our exit. Obviously not in safes. But close enough. Let's also go ahead and look at the system map. My word, this is a small system. Okay. We're actually right next to the outermost planet, so let's go to this one. Go ahead and hit our cloak, get ready to add location. Right about there is the best we can do, I think. Teeny tiny system. Just very, very small, but tons and tons of signatures. So that is amazing. Warp to our safe. Let's go ahead and edit the location info. Okay, got that saved. We can drop our cloak at this point and throw our probes out. I guess let's just center up on this middle planet, because 4AU is going to cover a lot of this system. Like, she's small. Alright, let's get cloaked back up now that the reactivation delay is over. I'm glad that is reduced on this ship, because even having it that long makes me uncomfortable, so yeah, any longer would be even worse. Okay, so we're gonna hit this line first because we know where the point of origin for this scan was. Which always makes it a little bit easier to do those. Okay, we have ourselves a data site. So let's pull in our probes and head on over there. Now we are going to want to watch our distance very closely, because this is such a tight system. We want that perch. Can't dilly-dally. That was actually a little further out than I would typically like, but I think it will do. may not still be on grid, I'm not sure. It's tight. But yeah, we are still on grid. Just barely. Alright, so let's get this cloak off and warp to the first can.
Drive active.
Oh, come on. We'll take that. Alright, looks like it's not down there. There it is. Got it. Okay, let's put that in loot and head to our perch.
Warp drive active.
Alright, this is a nice small site, just 5 cans it looks like. I thought I was going to my save for a second because the perch is so far away.
Warp drive active.
There we go. Okay. Perfect. Alright, back to perch.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, so that was a nice hard one. Yes, the system core colors basically tell you what the difficulty of the can was to hack. The blue
Warp drive.
is like the easiest, and then there's a yellow that's like a medium difficulty, and then red is obviously the hardest. Obviously those are not like strictly linear difficulties. Sometimes the way the board is set up, it can make an easy one super hard, or a hard one unbelievably easy. So there we go. Hey, some sequencing stuff. Nice. Off to the perch. Not that I use much of it, but it's always cool when you get it. There's a gentleman in my corporation that likes to buy that stuff. Eventually I will probably sell most of it to him.
Warp drive active.
I have very specific needs as far as materials and stuff when it comes to that. And I'll just like buy the stuff that I actually need. Okay, see, like this is a really small board. Okay. And there's the thing right there, so a nice easy hack there. Back to the perch. What do we got left? Just one can. Okay, cool. almost done with this site.
Warp drive active.
Okay, grab that. Probably should have used it there, but, you know, didn't. Are there really? I actually didn't know that. I will have to track some of those down. I've just been selling it at trade hubs because I thought that, you know, that was the only place to really sell it, but yeah, if there's NPC orders for it, then heck yeah. I will keep an eye out for those, thank you. And let's get rid of our perch, because we're done with that one. Alright, launch probes, poke back up. And let's see if we can scan down some of the rest of these. There is this guy. Trying to hit the lines first, because I know where the point of origin was right now, but if I start moving around a lot, I might not so much, and then it becomes a little more difficult to actually finish those off. Okay, gas site locked in. Now we have a data site. Alright, so at this point, probably won't bother scanning down any more gas sites because we have the first two in that first wormhole. Oh, we are way off target. There we go. So if we do end up doing that, that's going to keep us occupied the rest of the time that we have, but I'm sure, yeah. Oh, can you imagine just like taking a whole freighter full of carbon to market? That'd be fun. Oh, central, perfect. Let's pull these in and warp on into there. Close this, close this, open this. Get ready to set up our perch. Like I said, the system is nice and petite, so there's not much time to set these up. Alright, a little bit closer than 11,000 this time. Should work pretty good for us. Come on, there we go. Yeah, that's well and truly on grid. So let's drop the cloak so we can target as soon as we're ready. I mean, now that I've said the whole freighter thing, I kind of want to do it, even though it's insane. It'd be pretty funny. I was like, can you imagine the gankers when they cargo scan you and they're just like, oh, it's just carbon. An entire freighter full of carbon. It just wouldn't even be worth it at that point. Okay, right here. Yeah. There we go. Off to the perch. One successful hack already done. I mean, I'm sure there's a carbon collector out there somewhere that just has like billions and billions of carbon sitting in their collection. There we go. Other one bites the dust. Back to the perch.
Warp drive active.
And just 3 cans left in this site.
Warp drive active.
I wonder how much you could even fit into a freighter. It'd be quite a bit, I imagine. Okay, so it's somewhere here. There we go.
Warp drive active.
And just 2 remaining.
Warp drive active.
Oh, I hate these. Okay, so not there. And not there. Okay. We'll use that. Okay. There it is. That's okay. Is that the last one? No. Back to the perch.
Warp drive active.
One more.
Warp drive active.
A nice little comm tower to finish it off with. Okay, not much there. All right. Got that one easy peasy. And off to the safe,
Warp drive active.
as this site is done. Let's go ahead and pop open the solar system map. Stop our probes and put on the cloak. Now I guess we'll head for this one. Like we got another data site. Yeah, this wormhole's been pretty good to us. Okay, central. Angel, too. Nice. Let's go ahead and warp in. Go to this. Go to this. Add location. Ready to set up our perch. That should do.
Web drive active.
Okay. It's not telling me that it's on grid. But it clearly is. So, it works. I'm not sure why it's not doing the thing, but must be just a touch too far out. Warp into the first one.
Active.
There we go. We'll take it. It's nice and easy. I got some blueprints even. That's cool.
Web drive active.
I've actually gotten quite a few of those. And manufactured quite a few of those to get them out of our BPC container.
Web drive active.
Alright, getting the comm tower out of the way nice and early this time. Okay. There it is. Back to our perch.
Web drive active.
We have 4 cans left in the site.
Web drive active.
Okay. That path is clear. Clearly. Take that. And there's the core right there.
Web drive
Nice and
active.
easy. 3 to go. Halfway through this one.
Web drive active.
Okay. Head down this way. I'd be remiss if I left it and then it ended up being what we're looking for. Alright. I didn't think it was, but had to check, right? Okay. So I think that leaves 2. Yeah, just 2 loot cans remaining. At sight.
Drive active.
Yes, thank you. I do try to use it as often as I can. Sometimes it's not always, doesn't always pan out. Interesting. So there it is. I'm gonna have to hit it 5 times. Yeah, we need to kill this first. And find us some help. Yeah, no, the rule works. It's just sometimes the board doesn't let you make much use of the rule, is what I was trying to say. Sorry, it came out weird. That's my fault. Okay, couple nodes there. Hate that. And that sucks. So we're pretty much screwed now. Actually, that might help. Hey, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate that. Oh my, this is not ideal. And that's not helpful. Hit what nodes we can and see if anything helps, but yeah. Unfortunately, we'll have to try that one again. Yeah, sometimes the words they don't come out right. But we do what we can. Nope. Take that. Cool. Love that. They are 1s because until recently I had an alpha account, so I could not train the skills high enough to utilize 2s. But yes, ideally I would like to get those skills high enough that I can use the 2s instead. What the heck is this thing? Okay. Just need some numbers. Got it. Jeez, that one was tough. Alright, back to the perch.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, it can be, so. Yeah, things like the rule you were talking about at the cores typically being on the opposite side of the board helped me overcome some of the limitations of T1 equipment and relatively low skills.
Warp drive active.
Okay. Of course, not what I was looking for. And I hate when it's like, oh, there's something here, and then it's one of these nodes. When I'm doing them in wormholes, I never trust those. It just seems so risky to me. Almost always another defensive subsystem. So like, I'll use them if I have to. I think that was the last one. And it was, so back to the save. But yeah, avoid them if I don't need them, because they usually just end up screwing me in the end. And let's give it over perch, because that's done. Don't need that any longer. And warps over, drop probes, cloak up, and scan down some of the rest of these signatures. We have another dot over here. Let's slide that way. But yeah, I'm not complaining too much. For having alpha skills, I actually pull in a decent income with this, so it is working for now, for which I am glad. Definitely seems to pay out better than a lot of the other typical alpha activities. You are central. Perfect. So let's pull these in. 0, get rid of this, get rid of this, get ready to add perch. Okay, gotcha. I mean, we all started somewhere, right? So that's just kind of the idea. When I started doing Twitch streams, I actually did make a new account, so it literally started fresh. So that was a lot of fun. Did the career missions on stream, and then went and did the Sisters of Eve Epic Arc, which I've now done a couple times on this account. And yeah, just a whole lot of exploration in between. Started in a magnate, all the good stuff. Oops. was easy enough. And back to new perch.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
See if this one's gonna be nice and easy like the last one. Hopefully. I hate that so much. Okay, let's... Okay. Thank you. Definitely need that after 40 damage. So rough. Probably right there, but let's explore other options first. Just to make sure. Yeah, there it is. The question is there anything left that can help us? There is. That's good. Yeah, we can take one hit, and that's got it. Alright. So not as easy as the last one, but we did manage it, so that's good. And 4 cans to go. Let's pop back in there. At least end of time. Thankfully, the system's been nice and quiet. That's good. Although I may have just jinxed myself there, so we'll see if that holds. Alright, let's go around. That's what this is for. Okay, so clearly not there. Or there. Yeah, I don't love the idea of leaving the sights half done though. I know that pisses off a lot of people. Yep, and then there's another explorer here. So let's hop to our perch.
Warp drive active.
We've still got 3 cans left. Yeah, I know not all of the loot is worth grabbing. But I want to make sure that the site despawns when I'm done with it. So that's why I do all of them. And don't use the cargo scanner. But I have heard of the method and considered it. So. Okay. True enough. Let's go a different way. Alright, that one I need to go through. Back to our perch.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, I know people are inconsistent and whatever. I just don't want to contribute to the issue if I can avoid it.
Warp drive active.
Like, I'm the kind that even in a wormhole, if I get to a site and there's someone already there, I will leave and just let them have it, because, like, I feel like they deserve it for getting there first. Seems courteous. Hopefully it catches on with other people and kind of spreads, and then the exploration community can be a little bit nicer to each other. I don't know, that's probably naive, but there we go. Just kind of how I operate.
Warp drive active.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it. Alright, one can left in this site. Let's hop on in there and grab it.
Active.
There we go. Hey, ligature. Nice. Alright, back to our safe, as the site's done.
Warp drive active.
So add that to the collection. I've probably got like 7 or 8 of those, at least. Alright, let's go ahead and hit that with the 1 AU. See what that gets us. Okay, got another data site. Yeah, like right after I said the system was quiet, we saw scanner probes on the E-scan. Gotta love it. Alright, we've got a central angel. Nice. Let's go ahead and warp in there.
Warp drive active.
Alright, nobody on site. Okay, perch works, so that's good.
Warp drive active.
Oh crap, gotta turn off the clip, or we won't be able to target when we get there. Okay. There we go.
Warp
One down.
Active.
There's like 5 to go.
Warp drive active.
After that. Nope. Nope.
Warp drive active.
Yep, not doing that. Not doing that. Alright, so looks like this system is done. And it's time to move on to the next one. Which, let's finish scanning down that wormhole and see where that actually goes. Yeah, not particularly interested in having a cruiser on grid with me. Okay, so pull probes in. Let's whip to within 100 of this and see what
Warp drive
what
active.
it's got for us. Yeah, we can probably get rid of that perch. And what do we got? An unstable wormhole deep in space. Oh, this one goes to high sec. Okay. Well, that explains where he came from. Well, I guess we're going back the way we came. So let's hop on over there.
Active.
And we'll go back to the one wormhole that basically just had I guess temperate, storm, temperate, oceanic, temperate, gas. Okay, not a candidate. Had to check before we left. But we'll go to the one wormhole that seemed to only have the... It only had the 3 signatures, so probably just 2 wormholes to other areas. And we'll see where that ends up taking us. That was KEG, if I remember correctly.
Warp drive active.
Alright, so exit to 1 can go away because we won't be going back that direction. Now, like, he was using horror probes, so I know he was just, like, exploring. But the reason you bring a cruiser is so that you can get rid of another explorer that's already there. Like, I know how that game goes. So yeah, I was not sticking around for all that. like we said, we've got our pulsar in the system and 3 signatures. We're going to save our exit. Yep, default for 2 days. Oh, there's a notes section. Well, I should move the occupation info to the notes. That would make so much more sense. Well, something to do later. Alright, now let's look. I've been putting it in the title. Let's run up over to here and get ready to do a save. Now this, unlike the last one, is a ginormous system. Lots of opportunity for little places to hide, so I like that. Alright, so let's pop on over to our new safe and edit on the way.
Active.
It's a shattered system? No. That's interesting. What's with a dupe? Weird. Okay, well, let's pop these out and cloak up. I guess we'll center up on this world here. And hope that's the right one for this signature here. And see what it is and where it goes. If in fact it is anything that goes anywhere. Usually when systems are this empty, like JSpace systems, it's just like wormholes. I mean, it's always the case, but I have found that is often the case. Alright, what do you got for me? Wormhole! It's like I know what I'm talking about. No, the goal here was to identify what these were, and I figured they were wormholes, and see where they take me, so that is pretty much exactly why we're here. Okay, looks like there's an oceanic planet at least. We'll check out what all's here before we leave. Okay, so it brought this in and shrunk it from an 8 to a 4. So it didn't really save us any scans, but that's okay. We can get a drink while this analyzes. So good. That there is one of those powder mix-ins that you mix in with like a bottle of water, combined with a 12-ounce can of grapefruit seltzer. And the mix-in is a strawberry lemonade. Really good. At least I think so. Okay, another wormhole. Not surprised. But let's get this guy finished off here. And then we'll hop around and see what these are. Now, the third signature is obviously the the wormhole that we came through to get here. Alright, so let's pop to this first one. See what we're looking at.
Hard drive active.
And while we're doing that, we have a gas, a barren, another barren, storm, another storm, gas, oceanic, and barren. So, nah. Not what we're after. I have not found too many systems that meet my criteria, unfortunately. But I've still got a lot of work to get ready, so yeah, this goes to dangerous unknown parts of space. So 4 or 5. Advantage K, so it has the time and hasn't had its stability disrupted. So this is technically an option, but it's not my front runner, as long as the other one is a little bit safer space. So let's go check that one out.
Hard drive active.
And then we do always have the option of just coming back to the system with our venture and, or not this system, but the first system with our venture and collecting gas. Go info. And this seems to lead into high security space, and judging from the look of it, I would say Minmatar. Nice. Nothing I really need to do in Minmatar space, but it's cool that these show up every now and again. So we could poke our head into the other wormhole and just see if there's any signatures, if it's occupied, what have you. Yeah, let's do that.
Hard drive active.
And if I look at the map here, I don't remember there being an occupation in this system. Oh, there is. Go info. Warp information. Okay, we're gonna sit here for a minute and update our bookmark. We're gonna put this in the notes section, which makes so much more sense. Heavy industries. And do they have an alliance? Corporation founded. Looks like Interstellar by Avian Collective. Cool. So we're going to update that. And then let's head through this wormhole here and see what all is on the other side. Yeah, I'll have to go through my bookmarks, my saves folder, and move all of that information to the notes section of all of those. I literally did not realize there were notes. Like a notes section there. Alright, so we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 signatures. Oh, but it's certainly occupied. Let's... A nice tiny system. Yeah. Wormhole's construction group. Stachan Universe, the Alliance. So, there you go. Alright, we're gonna pop right back through. That's not really a great option for us. Looks like a Chinese group too, so who knows what they're getting up to in there. Alright. So let's go ahead and do the venture thing. Like we said, let's pop over to our exit to the first wormhole. And we'll go get our... head back to high sec, go grab our venture, get it refitted for gas harvesting, and harvest some of those sites that we found in the first hole. Alright, so I shouldn't need this bookmark anymore, because it's just this first area that we're looking at. So let's head to the exit.
Drive active.
Yeah, like I said, let's go get our mining ship super fast. This, over here?
Warp drive active.
Alright, and since we're kind of hanging up the exploration portion of the episode, we'll go ahead and total, or take a look at the loot total, so that we can add the gas to it as we mine. That's an interesting thing. Okay, so I'll go here. So we were almost full in the can anyway, and we currently have 90,300,000 ISK estimated total in loot from our exploration tonight. Yeah, not a shabby haul at all. At least in my opinion. $90,300,000, and we'll tack on as much value in gas as we possibly can. Given the time remaining, usually about 10 to 20 million ISK, which should put us right about where we like to be at the end of these episodes. So that'll be good.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Alright, so we are just going to leave all of the loot in the ship. I will probably forget about it and curse myself later because I won't have put it all away. But that's okay. Right now, just need to get this guy fitted up for gas mining. Alright, yeah, double check that our holds are empty, and let's undock. Yeah, as I'm able to get more and more Omega time, we'll get ourselves a prospect and use it instead. Bonuses are same, but you can cloak up and use covert ops cloaks and stuff, which is very, very nice. And obviously being Omega grants you access to completely training the gas harvesting skill, and thus being able to equip Tech 2 gas harvesters, which will improve your yields. And obviously the prospect has a larger hold to use as well, so that's a big benefit. You don't have to pop out of the wormhole quite so much.
Warp drive active.
Now, if we end up finding out that these sites have not had their combat encounters tripped, we'll probably have to like ninja both of them, and if we still have time, we could bring a combat ship out and hit it up, clear out one of the sites at that point and keep mining there. But hopefully at least one of them has had the combat encounter cleared. That seems to be pretty common in my experience. A lot of people will scan them down and just do the combat encounter for the loot from the combat and leave the gas either partially or completely, which works out for us. Let's enter the wormhole. I'm the only person in system, so likelihood of seeing anyone in here is low. It's good. And bookmarks are already set up, so we'll head to, there's a token, and there's a miner. Let's head to the token and see what that's got for us. Okay. There's only one cloud. That typically means this has been harvested previously. Alright, and right now I'm just heading towards the very center of the cloud. So if someone does try to warp in and be all cloaky, it will actually warp in right on top of the center of the cloud, which will actually decloak them and give me a chance to escape, which would be good. Alright, looks like we can probably pulse that micro warp drive again, get a little bit closer. Actually, it was one of you all that taught me the trick for getting to the center of these clouds. Let's actually just scan and see how much is actually here. Yeah, 8,326. So someone has definitely been here, and I would very much guess that the combat encounter's been cleared. So we can sit here and get a full load, which will be great. But yeah, the trick to getting to the center of these clouds, if you just click on the cloud in your overview and go approach, it's going to actually take you to the edge of the cloud. In order to get to the center, you want to click on the thing, save its location as a bookmark, and then approach the bookmark. And that actually takes you in towards the center. So if you were ever gas harvesting and you want to get to the center of the cloud so people can't sneak up on you all cookie style, that's how you do it. Now, the other thing you want to do with these, or at least what I do equipment-wise, is make sure I have a probe launcher on there, just in case the wormhole closes behind me and I have to scan my way out, or like I forget to mark the exit, or any of that kind of stuff. We're just prepared just in case. Also, if you have signatures pop up while you are mining, you can scan them down while you're mining, just for something to do. And if they happen to be something worth hitting with your exploration ship, or maybe it's like a combat site that you want to take advantage of, well, you don't have to scan those down, but you get the idea. If there's something you want to exploit with the sites that you can't scan down, you can always pop out, get the other ship, and come do what you need to do with that without missing a beat. Yeah, there's a couple combat sites in here. Nothing too substantial. There's also an ore site in here. Which is always fun to exploit. Typically I don't do those on camera because they're not super lucrative. These in here. Yeah, the gas is obviously a better value for your time. But you can get some good ores in these ore sites in wormholes as well. Things you usually have to go to low-sec or null-sec to get your hands on. Actually, if you have yourself a high-sec system with the rare border ore spawns, between high-sec and wormholes, you can actually get every ore except for Morphite? Or every mineral besides Morphite. Just from those two areas of space. So yeah, in my opinion, totally worth doing. Some people prefer doing the low-sec mining, and props to them, because I don't know if I'm about all that. Actually, while we are doing this, let's go ahead and figure out our opportunities thing, because we did hit that. So that's all done and dusted. And we'll go ahead and put our skill points in. Still quite a few to get in there. But the training time's not super duper long now. There's a heron in here now. Not overly concerned about that. They're most likely just exploring. If I see combat probes or if I see them show up on grid, then we will duck, but otherwise I think we're going to be okay. Then I think there was actually a station in this system, if I recall correctly. Oh, I thought there was. Maybe not. Oh yeah, there it is. So they may assume, if I'm on D-scan, that I'm with that group, and avoid me at all costs as a result. Which is handy. But yeah, just in case, we'll keep our trigger finger on the exit bookmark here. But I haven't seen anything since the Heron went by, so they may have been going through to another system, or they might be scanning down signatures further away from where this is, in which case we also wouldn't see them on D-scan. I don't think it's an overly large system, but it's also not tiny, so there's a lot of space that they could exist in down here, over here, and set up safes and do any kind of scanning without ever bothering what we were doing over here. So far we got about 4 million tacked onto our loot total for the evening, which is great. Any extra we can tack onto the end is definitely a win. Nope, Imicus is a little bit more concerning. Okay.
Third drive active.
So definitely time to leave. I'm popping up interdiction spheres and whatever. Alright, question is, if there's the token perimeter here, where's our exit? Also over there. Cool, so that's definitely where they set up the interdiction thing. So if we pop through this wormhole, I believe there was a high-sec connection back to a Mars space. We don't need the harvestable cloud anymore. We can ditch that. Alright, just in case, we're going to save our exit here. Let's warp to 0 on this. It's been a while since we saw that cruiser in here, so they have probably long since moved on. Although the data site that we abandoned is literally still there. Show info. Yep, leads to high security space. Pop on through. See where this ends up taking us. Alright, so about 13 jumps from home. Not too bad, honestly. Start heading that direction. Well, that's disappointing. I was hoping we could stay in mine gas just a touch longer than that. Sadly, not so much. Seems our welcome in that particular wormhole is worn out. So we got about 5 million in gas while we were in there, which brings us up to about 95 million for the night thus far. So we might come back out with the Explorer and see if we can find another wormhole. Just really fast, because we do have 40-ish minutes left. I don't know how long it's going to take to do these jumps, but I wouldn't think super long.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, I'm guessing the the occupants of that system were starting to awaken, sign on, getting off work, or whatever their schedule might happen to be. But once they start setting up interdiction spheres, we're done. We're done there, so that's a-okay. Also, we can get rid of our exit bookmarks, because those are not useful for us anymore.
Warp drive active.
We could actually pop out in the the exploration ship and hit up some of the Winter Nexus data sites. They are surprisingly lucrative, even in high sec. We know right where one of those, one of the storms starts, like where the edge of it is. So we can just kind of go from there. It was super duper quiet when we were there earlier. Might be worth doing. Like, I don't need the points anymore, obviously, but like I said, the loot's still pretty lucrative. And it would be a nice little feather on the cap of the evening, since our gas harvesting got interrupted. Okay, here we go. UNM is also apparently 145.92 AU. Good God, this is a big system. Good thing I'm not having to go all the way across it. This appears to be the longest jump from that gate to anywhere else in the system, though. Big honking system.
Drive active. Drive active.
Alright, should be getting pretty close here. I guess I probably don't need to be descanning as we jump through high sec.
Drive active.
Can be useful in high sec, but mostly as like a I'm sitting still kind of thing. While we're on the move, probably not necessary. And my thumb could use a rest. Alright, this next jump will actually take us into the system where the wormhole is that we originally entered. So that's kind of funny. Made a full circle there.
Hard drive active.
Yeah, I was really hoping we could do the gas mining a lot longer than that. It's just, that did not work out for us tonight. This person's name is Toot Toot. Gotta love that. Alright, we are almost back. Like I said, we'll switch out for the exploration ship. I think we're going to try and track down another wormhole, though. There were a couple more local systems that we hadn't even gotten to yet when we found that first one. And we'll see if they have anything for us. And if not, then, you know, then not so much, but that is okay. We are going to offload the loot before we take off, though. Just so that we're not... So it's secure and we're not risking it by going back out. Like I said, the loot can was almost full when we pulled in originally. Anyway, so... Probably smart to
Hard drive active.
empty it out. I'm not going to bother organizing it, though. I'm just going to dump it all in the item hanger, and I'll deal with organizing it later. Too bad there's not a way to automatically organize your item hangers in the game. That would be nice.
Docking permission requested.
Come on.
Docking request
There we go. Okay, so we're gonna empty that super fast, hop in the ship hangar, get our exploration ship, get everything from here, and pop it in the item hangar. Now let's go. See if we can find anything else before we have to call it a night. Hopefully we can.
hard drive active.
Actually, there's a signal here. That wasn't here before. So we should scan that down. Could be a wormhole. Might not be, but could be. Okay, so now let's pop up to one of our safes, drop these,
Hard drive active.
and hit the cloak, because why not? Let's hit that for AU scan. Yeah, we've had some interesting close calls tonight. Had that cruiser pop up in the data site we were checking out a little bit earlier, and then obviously had the Heron bring an interdiction ship to try to trap us in a wormhole. So that was fun. And thankfully we had found another high-sec exit just one system over that we were able to kind of backdoor through. But yeah, it is a wormhole. Nice. This is fantastic. We don't usually get them like right here. So very pleased about this. Even though this really just appeared, it might be an older one. It just depends on how long it took someone to come through. So let's literally jump in on top of it, because we're in high sec, so if the cloak drops, it's not a big deal. But yeah, we'll see what we're dealing with. Now, if it is a brand new shiny wormhole, that's going to be fantastic. Okay, maybe not brand new shiny. Goes unknown parts into space. It's beginning to decay and probably won't last another day. Hasn't had its stability disrupted. And good for larger ships, so let's pop on through. Oh, I didn't even have my cloak on, so it didn't even matter. Nice. That's an R943. Okay, so we've got some signatures in here. No ore anomalies, interestingly enough. So let's save our exit. Default for 2 days, that's correct. Haha, we've been here. There's a safe already established. That's beautiful. Oh, you gotta love that. Okay, so let's make our way to said safe. Drop our probes here. Hook up. And let's start scanning. Right about here. Probably a good place to get started. I don't often get repeat holes, so this is great. Okay. There is a gas site. So we could go straight for that, but there's a lot of other stuff too. So let's... and there is a data site for sure. So let's go ahead and scan that down. Because, yeah, the exploration sites are going to be far more lucrative than hitting any of the gas sites in here. Okay, and it is a central Pantis site, so let's warp right in there.
Drive active.
Go ahead and get ready to set up our perch. Okay. That should get us. All right, it's on grid. Perfect.
Active.
Oh, dang. I have not yet done a thumbnail moment, so let's do that. I mean, that's perfect right there, right? I certainly think so. Okay, so let's warp into this first can.
Drive active.
and see what we can grab here. Go around. This is for. Ay caramba, it does not want me to get over there. And nothing in that direction. Alright, first of all, let's hit this. There we go. Got there. Just 2 carbon. Love that.
Warp drive active.
Love getting trolled by the data science. It's great.
Warp drive active.
Alright, what do you got for me? Okay, this isn't the worst board I've ever seen. Like, it's not super happy fun times either, but... Take that. I really just want a number. 3. Alright, let's... Well... I know it's in here somewhere. Well, and now we just get rid of this. I just need to find some help, because that'll kill me in one shot. That sucks. And yeah, unless there's something here worth the risk, I guess. I literally can't get to the side of the board at all, so we'll just do that and try it again. Okay, so not there. Cool. Let's do that. Alright, a little better, a little better. Off to the perch.
Warp drive active.
Alright, 3 cans left to go in this site. Yeah, having a wormhole spawn while we're exploring another wormhole in another system. In our base system, very, very lucky. And obviously we won't have time to fully exploit it, probably. But we're gonna get as far as we can. Okay, not so much there. Take that. Got it. Alright, we're off to our perch.
Warp drive.
And just 2 cans left. Time to do a bit of bird hunting. Finish the site off. Alright, can you even hunt 2 cans? I have no idea.
Warp drive.
Probably not. I'm sure the Fruit Loops organization would probably prefer you didn't. I feel like their mascot would have some strong feelings about that. Okay, so it's definitely here. But we're gonna need to find not only it, but a pickup to help us beat it. Which that should do. Just 1 filament. Cool, cool, cool.
Warp drive active.
Alright, 1 can left in the site. Not the most lucrative site I've ever explored, I don't think, but better than nothing. It's definitely the alternative.
Active.
Alright, we'll take that. One blueprint copy. Alright, this site has kind of sucked. I'm gonna say it.
Warp drive active.
Definitely not the best site I've ever had. Quite a few combat encounters in here. And it looks like it's a C2 based on the combat anomalies in system. Alright, we're not going to bother doing the gas site because we probably won't have time for that. This is our exit. Interesting. Not really a signature near it, so... Okay, we got ourselves a relic site. A ruined angel site. That's kind of awesome.
Warp drive active.
Let's watch our distance and get a good perch set up here. There we go. See if the perch worked, and it did.
Warp drive.
Excellent, we can drop our cloak then. And let's go ahead and get in here
Warp drive active.
and start analyzing these ancient ruins. That's it, right? There we go. Nice and easy. Oh yeah, that's a little bit better than what we've been seeing.
Warp drive active.
On to the next one.
Hard drive active.
Okay, well. Cool, definitely not in that corner. Goodness gracious, these things. Did not want to give that one up. What we got there? And the loot wasn't even that good.
Active.
Isn't that always the way it goes? The hardest hacks are like the worst loot. Well, not always, but a lot of the times that happens.
Hard drive active.
Alright. Nice wide open map. Always fun. We'll take it. It's nice and easy. And the best loot. Right there. No question.
Hard drive active.
See? Super easy. Great loot. I would love if they were all like that, but alas, not often possible.
Hard drive active.
We'll grab that. And that. And finish that off. Easy peasy. Really surprisingly good loot for the difficulty of the can.
Hard drive.
Like, it was actually set as an easy can, but the loot was good. So, yeah, I'll take that.
Hard drive active.
Grab that. Right, one takes 3, not 2. Alright, not bad, not bad.
Hard drive active.
And one more can left in the site. Hmm.
Hard drive active.
Okay, we'll grab that. There we go. Nice and easy. Alright, back to our safe. We'll drop our probes, engage our cloak, and remove our perch. Now, in here, Captain Dynamo, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate that. Alright, let's go ahead and scan this down. See if we can squeeze in one last site before we call it a night. And central data is what we're going to be doing. Pull these in, close that, and get ready to set up our perch. Let's see if we can time this just right. Hopefully that's not too close, because that was very, very last minute. Nope, it's good. It's good. Alright, so we can drop the cloak now. Alright, 255 away. That's so close. But far enough to warp back and forth to, so. While we're here, let's just... Alright, nothing so much. Oh. Okay. I thought it might be down in that corner, but I didn't expect, like, right there in the center of everything. Works, though. On to the next. Oh, too soon. There we go. Let's try and go this way instead. I'd rather go through that than, no, we're gonna have to go through that one then. Okay, take that. Make sure we get that one more hit just in case. Oh, one decryptor. Oh, that's no good. Alright, well. Next up we have a databank. I hate these. Okay. Go ahead and fix that up. Okay, this is a hard one. But we got it. And that's all it's got for us. Wow. Yeah, sometimes these datasets do not pay off the way that you would imagine.
Drive
Nope.
active.
Nope. We're going to an empty one. That's not what we wanted. Alright, back to the perch.
Warp drive active.
Definitely clicked on the wrong one. Try that again. There we go.
Warp drive
Jeez.
active.
Okay, grab that. Interesting. Go this direction then. Yeah, I'm gonna need that for sure. There we go. Okay, a little bit more worth it. What's left? Just one? Okay. One more can left in the site, and then it is done.
Warp drive active.
And it looks like we will be heading home after that one, because that's about all the time we have for the night. So let's see if we can't knock this out super fast. That's fast enough, I think. Alright, open cargo. Yeah, not the best loot. Okay, so off to the exit.
Warp drive active.
Okay, now we should be able to hit the cloak. Let's see what planets are here. Barren, temperate, gas, barren. Okay, so not a candidate for PI. At least not for me. That's okay. Enter the hole here. And let's get docked up.
Warp drive active.
Love when they're in system. Makes it so much easier to do the trip home. Okay, so before we had managed to get about 90,000 or 90,300,000 in exploration loot and about 5 million in Polaroid gas.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
I'm going to assume pronunciation is Cheese Monster. Thank you so much for the raid. Appreciate that. A funny story is I'm actually about to get off here too, so we will probably re-raid all you guys. But yeah, still much appreciated. No worries, no worries. Yeah, so I was saying we had about 90 million in exploration, 90,300,000 in exploration loot, and about 5 million in full red gas. Let's check in our loot can here. And we managed to tack on an extra 50,900,000. Of course, estimated, so it's gonna be a little bit less when we actually take it to market, but yeah, it puts us at a total of about 146-ish million for the night. So yeah, not too shabby. I'm happy with that. So yeah, thank you all for joining me. Like I said, we're going to go ahead and re-raid here, so let me go ahead and pull up the stuff for that and see what we can find. See if anyone we're following currently. Nope. So similar or smaller. Okay. Nothing there either. Oh, because it's... Alright, I had both filters on. That makes sense. We're ratting in an ice storm. One viewer currently. Tags are English. Okay, so we have a first-time player who is looking for advice. Only has about 3 viewers, so I think this is where we're gonna go. Yeah, hop on, treat them well, give them any advice that you can to get them rolling, and hopefully have a good time. But thank you all for watching. Let's go ahead and start this raid. Hey, Ali X, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate that. Alright, let's go ahead and raid now. Alright, we'll go ahead and pause our music because that's going to get a bit cacophonous. Alright. I don't know if his sound is on. Okay, someone let them know, so hopefully they can fix that. But yeah, I appreciate all you guys watching. It's been an awesome night. I think we accomplished what we set out to accomplish, and hopefully see you again on this Sunday. Potentially. I might have plans, I might not, we don't know. So watch to see if that stream's canceled or not. But definitely next Wednesday for some more EVE Online, 7 p.m. EST. You guys know the thing. It's on my schedule, so yeah. Appreciate it, and until I see you again, fly safe.